That's right. Absolutely perfect night here in South Bend. Two of the best styles of soccer in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Should be a fantastic game we got on our hands.
Absolutely, and both these teams looking to take one step closer to that NCAA tournament, and one player who'll be hoping to make that happen for Notre Dame is number 28, Dawson McCartney.
Well, Dawson McCartney is a huge addition to Chad Riley's squad. We saw earlier in the week his prowess on set, ripping this ball in, finding the head of the
Absolutely, and Dawson McCartney, along with Aidan McFadden, will be making that transfer to the MLS following this season as well. As you can see there, those stats will make him a handful for any defense. And as we switch to the other side, Kyle Holcomb, the junior forward from San Marcos, California, will be causing havoc for the Irish defense all day long.
Well, that's right, and this is a Wake Forest team that's still trying to find their identity, losing a tremendous amount of their attacking unit to the MLS over the winter. So Kyle Holcomb, if they're going to find the back of the net, it's probably going to be through his big physical presence. He's a great finisher. He puts himself in good spots. So if Bobby Muse is successful going forward, look for
a great matchup here tonight in South Bend. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish take on the fifth ranked team. Right back. Welcome back inside Alumni Stadium as the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons get ready in a sun-kissed South Bend. And Paddy, what a great night for a game between these two teams.
Well, fantastic night. Both these teams play a beautiful brand of soccer. It should be a fantastic game we have on our hands.
Absolutely, and both these teams are looking for that space in the NCAA tournament, and the Irish with depth all across the squad.
Well, that's right. Really veteran team here for Coach Chad Riley. Looking to start fast, start well, and get on the board here early.
Absolutely, and the Irish coming off the back of that win against Calvin in their last game as well. And they'll be looking to get on the offense, as you said, against the Wake Forest team, tying in overtime against NCC. And this is something you'll see with the Irish as well all night long. They will try and control the tempo of this game.
Right, so important with this Wake Forest team on the other side that Notre Dame does just that, because we've seen how well Bobby Muse lineups can be with the ball at their feet. You see here that Wake lineup, 6 freshmen for the head coach today. See how they settle in here in their first road game of this spring.
Absolutely, and one of those players, Kyle McNally, the freshman, redshirt freshman rather, starting nets for this Demon Deacon squad, and they'll look to build early in this one. You see this link-up play between the midfield and the defense. Phil Quinton does well to cover there. Phil Quinton, one of those players who's been a real standout for the Irish in previous weeks.
Well, Phil Quinton, so solid, so consistent in his performance, just game after game. That veteran presence on the back line for Chad Riley.
Absolutely, and the leaders across the team for the Irish today. And another man there, Aidan McFadden in frame. Another player who has been setting the tempo for the Irish. You see this front three of McCartney, Lynn, and McFadden. Wake Forest coming into this game looking to continue their fine form on the season. 9-2-1 on the season so far as well. And the Irish with a high press early in this game. Ben Jacobello putting this Wake Forest back line under pressure early. And that's something you can see the intensity right off the bat from Coach Riley and this Notre Dame team.
Well, and we talk about Wake Forest and how young this starting lineup is. Very talented, but for Notre Dame, if you can put them under pressure early, make them uncomfortable, and not let them settle into the game, it's going to have really positive results.
Absolutely, and that early switch of play there by Swollen, just out of bounds there, and Paddy Burns will get this game going once again for the Irish. And Burns, one of those players who's come into the team this year and really impressed on the Irish side, but Ethan O'Brien giving the ball away. Once again, the Irish showing that hustle early in this game and winning that ball back, and that's something they will have to do all game long. This Irish backline has been so solid as well. Several clean sheets on the season so far. Keegan McLaughlin has been a big-time shot stopper for the Irish, the senior. Ryan Dowd replaced him in that last game, but making the return appearance for the Irish today. Coach Chad Riley is really encouraging his team to get on the ball and play this season as well.
Right, they're so quality. They got quality all over the field with veteran presence. When they are on the ball, you see Coach Riley there. They are so good in possession and can break teams down. So look for that here early.
See Townsend Meyer, player who likes to get on the ball early, but we have a player down here. Phil Quinton going down early in this one, and that is not a sight that Coach Chad Riley would want to see. And looking like he's holding the hamstring, and this is an early blow for Notre Dame in this one.
Connell, that we saw in the first play of that game, he tracked down a ball running with Kyle, with Kyle Holcomb down the line, just hampering a little bit, and you hate to see that early on in this one for the Irish.
Yeah, Phil Quinton, you can see his frustration there. This could be the end of the night for Phil Quinton. Looking like, as you say, probably a potential hamstring injury. It's one of those injuries as well that really nasty one. Phil Quinton, as you say, winning ACC Defensive Player of the Week as well, has been rock solid for this Irish team as well. It's a real aerial threat. So we take another look at that action there, and Paddy, just a real tough one for Phil Quinton early in this game.
You don't see a lot there. I think it's earlier than that in the game, Connell, in that tracking down a ball early, and once he's on the ball there, maybe just tweaks it just that nth degree more, but you hate to see that for the big man at center back.
Absolutely, and the Irish, and this is where the real leadership comes in for this team. As you see Ethan O'Brien consoling him there. Phil Quinton, the junior from Portland, Oregon, who's had an outstanding season for this Irish team as well. Some big time plays for him this year so far as well, and Albinati, a little pat on the back there. And the Irish will need to regroup here. Just over 3 minutes gone in this first half, and Rhys Meyer there on the sideline will step in for the Irish in that centre back role.
And you hate to see that for anybody early in the game, but especially what Phil Quinton means to this Irish back line and really the whole team. Now, that said, we've seen Rhys Meyer earlier on this season and play there in the fall, so he's very capable of doing so, but this is a tough place to come into a game, and hopefully he can get a touch or two early, settle in, and be a real part of this Irish.
Absolutely, and the Irish partly trying to get on that ball early there, and Wake Forest will be looking to capitalize on this opportunity. Never like to see a player going off injured, but when it's the likes of someone like Phil Quinton, Wake Forest attacking unit, Cal Holcomb as well, will be happy to see that coming with a new substitution early in the game for this Irish team. As you mentioned, Paddy, Wake Forest losing many of their players to the MLS as well. Not a bad headache to have for Coach Moose in this second part of the spring, but some of these freshmen have been unbelievable this year so far. And Cal Holcomb, as we see here, again, trying to get him behind Albinati, but Holcomb will continue to press this front line all day long.
And you talk about the level of talent that Bobby Hughes is able to bring in, not only with this freshman class, but it seems year after year after year, and it's a real testament to the job that he's done in Winston-Salem. That being said, there is no alternative for playing game minutes in the ACC, and so really important throughout the spring, not only to get those guys minutes, but there's a standard at Wake Forest that is to win, and so for these guys, getting those early minutes and being able to build on this spring into the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely, as you say, that is one of the reasons why he won the ACC Coach of the Year 4 years in a row with this Demon Deacon squad. But the Irish are looking to put the ball in the box here. Early one in, gets to McFadden. McFadden once again for the Irish. And Notre Dame on the offensive here early. And now we have a Wake Forest player on the ground. That looks like Prince and Ponsa on the ground for the Demon Deacons, but Dawson McCartney once again showing his presence down that side, and in McFadden round the back post, almost putting the Irish ahead.
This is a fantastic ball in the box by McCartney. A little bit fortunate there for Aiden McFadden. The ball falls for him, but Prince Amponza does a fantastic job recovering, getting his body in the way, and ultimately getting the block there for the Deeks.
This is one of the advantages of having Meyer on the field. The long through-in will be launched into the box, almost like a corner for the Irish. A real chance from this set play, and you'll see the pushing and shoving in the box. keeping a close eye on that one early in this game. Referee Stephen Foster knowing that these two teams very energetic for this game tonight. Throw long into the box, and the Irish almost opening the score, and Jack Lynn with a real opportunity there, but a big time save by the Wake Forest keeper.
You touched on it, Connell, but that long throw from Reese Mayer, so difficult to defend. Where that ball is coming in from, there's nothing like it, and a fantastic save there again from Cole McNally to keep this game scoreless.
McCartney once again with a whip delivery. McNally having to come up big again. You see the Irish flooding the box from that corner. McCartney with that whipped left delivery. Nice step over to the other side with an outswinger for the Irish. McNally will have to be on his toes here. Once again, the Irish in a dangerous position. McFadden gets to that one. And a collision outside. McNally will claim that one. But once again, we've seen Dawson McCartney again and again producing for this Irish team.
And three hugely dangerous set pieces just in a row there for the Irish. It makes you think a little bit, are they missing the big man 6'5" Phil Clinton there? But you're right, McCartney just putting in corner after corner in good spots and really putting the human beaks on the heels.
Absolutely, and you see another player there, McFadden trying to link up the play, looks for that switch to Burns. That play broken down once again. And the Irish doing well to control possession here, winning that second ball, which is so important in games like this as well. Once again, McCartney finds himself in a wide position, going at the defenders. His confidence is sky high at the minute. And as you say, that Wake Forest back line, once again, having to prepare for this Reese Mayer throw-in. Can the Irish capitalize on this early pressure? Once again, the ball bobbles, and Dawson McCartney scores for the Irish. Notre Dame take an early lead inside South Bend. Dawson McCartney wraps that one home for the Irish. And Paddy, what a finish from the big man.
Well, what a finish indeed. And just as we're saying, McCartney just looking ever confident. Reese Mayer with another toss into the box, and so hard to defend, ball bouncing in the box, and certainly Dawson McCartney makes no mistake there from 8 yards.
Absolutely, the long throw in once again, scrambling about in the box, and McCartney with the reaction drives that one home, and McNally not a chance to save that one, and once again opening his scoring tally for the Irish. And that is why Coach Riley was so ecstatic to see him join him at the home of the Fighting Irish.
You let a ball bounce in the box to Dawson McCartney, he's going to make no mistake and just pummels that one home past Cole McNally.
And you see this Irish intensity early in this one, but Wake Forest have been caught on their heels here and will be looking to rally and respond very quickly. Kyle Holcomb looks in behind, but the flag is raised. Paddy, Wake Forest will have to show their intensity right now. Dawson McCartney has been lighting up the stage here in South Bend tonight, but how do you think this Wake Forest team has to respond to an early goal like that?
It's time to take a breath, to just sit on the ball, to slow this game down, because we've seen, though this is a young Wake Forest team, they're very capable on the ball. They like to knock it around, and through almost 10 minutes now, they really haven't seen it. And so if you're head coach Bobby Muse, can you get your team on the ball? Take a breath, knock it around, make an easy pass, and start to take the game to Notre Dame a little bit, because they are capable, and yet Notre Dame is just pushing them on their heels, on their heels, on their heels. So really important for Wake Forest, get on the ball, slow it down, and try to play at their tempo.
Absolutely. Coach will be looking for his players to get on the ball and play, as you say, as well. And we'll try to stretch that one in behind, but Reese Mayer dealt with that one as well. But you will see Kyle Holcomb getting on the side of the ball, offering an option for this Wake Forest back line as well. And they'll be looking to calm things down here, as you say, but that Irish pressure constant in this first half. Jack Lynn again, see that trigger there, that pass back causes the Irish to step forward. Wake Forest will play balls like that all day long, Notre Dame will be very happy. Notre Dame, Coach Riley will be ecstatic with this performance. You see Keegan McLaughlin there, continuing to produce for this Irish team. Clean sheet after clean sheet as well, and the Irish 7-0 on the season so far when scoring the opening goal of the game as well. And they will be very happy if that could be increased to 8-0 tonight. Lane links that one up with McFadden. McFadden, one of those players who drops deep in that 10 position and gets on the ball and plays. Tries and finds the feet of Holcomb, and you see how deep Holcomb has to drop there to get on the ball and play, and the Irish fired up here. Lim once again slips it to McCartney. McCartney with the return, but the Demon Deacons will sweep that up. We have another player down. We've had a few knocks early in this game, but that just goes to show this ACC conference, the intensity, the speed at which these players play at.
I think it's more of an awkward challenge here, more than anything there for Christian Escribano. Looks like he's okay there.
And Lynch applying the pressure there. Won the ball, but just the follow through there. He'll be okay. Through it for this Wake Forest team. Saturday night soccer in South Bend. You couldn't ask for more than this. And Notre Dame, very happy to see that scoreline read 1-0 within the first 12 minutes of the game. You see Taunton Meyer looking to link up with McFadden. McFadden does well, good feet there. Notre Dame, this is one of the things that they have among their team as well. Players that are able to drop short, and then you have players like Lynn who are able to stretch the game far and behind as well. Lynch does extremely well there, stays strong through that challenge. Really takes no chances, but once again, Michael Lynch strong in that challenge, and the Irish recover the ball once again. Push in the back there, called on Swallin. Paddy, this is one of the things that the Irish love doing as well, getting the ball wide, as we've seen through McCartney and McFadden so far, getting that ball wide and into the box as much as they possibly can.
And why not? We've already seen 3-4 chances here early on for the Irish come from those wide positions. And those guys you mentioned, Aidan McFadden and Dawson McCartney, continue to put those wide backs for Wake Forest under pressure and whip dangerous balls into that area.
Absolutely, Wake Forest just need to relax into this one here. Number 5 team in the country, trailing Notre Dame 1-0 early in this one. But as you say, this team is number 5 in the country for a reason as well. But the Irish hoping once again double this lead. Foul called on Wake Forest. But entering this weekend, Wake Forest and Notre Dame being only 2 of 6 schools in the country with at least 8 wins on the season, along with number 1 Clemson, 7 Pittsburgh, 11 Kentucky, and Georgia State as well. So these 2 teams right at the pinnacle of college soccer as well. And as we enter prime time of the season, coming towards tournament time as well, every single victory so important at this stage of the season. Great work ethic there by McFadden to get across. Wake try and play that one through, but Burns does well to clear that. Lynn will track this one down.
And this is better from Wake Forest, finding the feet of guys like Jose Kojima and Jake Swallen who can boss the game a little bit in midfield for the Deeks. Early on, you didn't see the ball at those guys' feet, and they weren't able to connect passes together. Now Wake Forest coming out of their shell a bit more.
Absolutely, and Holcomb tries to latch onto that one there, but McLaughlin will pick that one up. You say Kojima, one of those players, the 5'10 freshman from Yokohama, Japan, looking to have an impact in this game. have a player who can get on the ball in that 6th position and is comfortable on it and is able to spray it across the field as well. Wake Forest will be looking to go through him as many opportunities as they can. Notre Dame, coming off the back of that win against Calvin, have been fired up before this game all week long as well. Looking to continue this start to the spring semester. You can see Holcomb here being surrounded by Notre Dame players as well, and when you're at the top of the attack by yourself, it's a hard position to play. He's obviously got those 3 behind him as well, but the Irish defense are snuffing that out very well so far.
And he's had to drop so deep early on here that when he is able to get on the ball, there's not a lot of options for places to go.
McCartney once again finds Lynn, Jack Lynn for the Irish. And Manali makes a big stop there. McCartney found Lynn, but Lynn couldn't capitalize there. And once again, Jack Lynn showing his ability to get in behind the Wake Forest defense. Notre Dame with a real chance there. But now we see Wake Forest on the counter once again and the stretch of play to Rula. McFadden tracking all the way. A great battle there between these 2 players. Ryan does well to clear that up. But once again, a chance for the Irish there. Ahead by 2.
And it comes from a cheap giveaway for Wake Forest in the midfield. But yet again, it's Dawson McCartney in a dangerous spot. He has the option to hit the ball there. Great vision to find Jack Lynn, and ultimately his first touch puts him in a tough angle, but yet again another dangerous chance for the Irish.
Wake respond here, so it drops to the edge of the box, and that one will whistle past the post. Wake Forest with their first real opportunity of the game. Swallen knocks that one wide.
And a bit ambitious there from Jake Swallen, but ultimately a pretty good hit and allowing Wake Forest to get into that attacking half, get a sniff at goal, and perhaps build some confidence.
Absolutely, and you say the confidence that Dawson McCartney has right now, that no-look pass that he was able to present for Jack Lynn. Again, you see this Irish press. You see them set up with this 3 up top and the 2 behind, and Ethan O'Brien is sitting at the 6. Great play there by Hajima. Wake Forest look to counter here. Meyer looking to stand up here. Wake Forest deliver, and they will score. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons respond with a big-time finish. Exactly what Coach Muse wants from his team. Omar Hernandez knocks that one home to draw the Demon Deacons level. Hernandez finds himself in a great spot. And now work down the sideline by Forbes to knock that one across. Not cleared by the Irish, and Hernandez first to respond.
Well, and it starts with fantastic work by Jelani Forbes down the wing, running at that Notre Dame back line. Kyle Holcomb in a really good spot just to get a first touch on there, and then Omar Hernandez cleans up from 4 yards out, make no mistake from there, and levels this game completely against the run of play. But good on Wake Forest for clawing back into this game and making it even here early on.
Absolutely, as you say, 18 minutes gone in this first half. Notre Dame and Wake Forest draw level. As you see the Irish once again in their defensive quarters. And Rula continues to link up here down the side with Forbes. Look to put Wake Forest in another dangerous position. That goal bound to be huge for Wake Forest confidence as well. As you say, slightly against the run of play against this fighting Irish team. But once again, Wake Forest on the attack. The ball delivered, cleared by Alunati. And it's Kajima once again picking up the scraps. A loose pass, get it for the Irish, but just as on the other side, the Irish, no need to rush. Just need to be patient with it. But McNally, once again, his team could be very thankful of that huge save from Jacqueline just a few seconds earlier. Forrest just building up at the back here. Looking through that 6 in the middle once again. McNally asking for his team to play wide as well. Paddy, one of the things about when you have that 3 up top as well, sometimes lacking on the wings. But Notre Dame staying nice and compact here early in this one. As Alcazar stretches it forward. Wake Forest with another chance. Albonati does his job. Wake Forest in another dangerous position.
Right, just as you noted, Connell, Notre Dame really trying to keep this game compact and make Wake Forest play down the middle of the field when they can get in wide positions, as we just saw in the goal. So dangerous. So if you're Wake Forest, can you break that Notre Dame press, get the ball in wide areas, and allow those individuals who are so talented to run at that Notre Dame back line and create chances?
Freshman Sears got that from the corner. But no doing there for the Irish, and as you say as well, Wake Forest broke that line with that equalizer there. Really tight game so far. Huge matchup for both of these teams. Coming into the last stretch of ACC in this spring series. Wake Forest starting to find their foot in this one. Their first road game of the spring season. Swollen dropping deep once again. A great pass through there to Sears. Comfortable there for the Irish, sweeping that one up as well. But we've seen this again. Swollen is getting on the ball time and time again for this Wake Forest team. Pushing the back there. Get the Irish the free kick. Notre Dame coming out all guns blazing that first 10 minutes. Swung the other way in the last 10. Wake Forest starting to get their foot in the game as well. And obviously with Notre Dame losing Phil Quinton early in this game as well. Looking for other leaders in this team to step up. And Jacqueline, one of those players pressing from the front. The Irish looking to get going once again. Lynn flicks that one on. Money with the press at the back, and that one is seen out for a goal kick as well. Dawson McCartney with that electric start for Notre Dame as well. He's going to have a real handful tonight against Ben Alcazar. These two players, lots of experience under their belt. Paddy, when you're playing against the likes of a Dawson McCartney as well, so hard to stop at times. Wake Forest in the final third once again. Stretching it down the field. 1v1 situation, Burns. Wake Forest win another corner, and Wake Forest starting to put themselves in some really great opportunity positions here.
Well, they've really come to life since that Hernandez goal. Just breathed life into this Wake Forest team. You can see them starting to settle in, starting to build a bit of confidence, knocking the ball around, and really putting Notre Dame on the back foot over the last 10 minutes.
Absolutely, and the sophomore Hernandez, who scored that goal for the Demon Deacons, will deliver. Clip around the back post. Kojima across. Sears with the mistime volley, and the Irish will counter through Jack Litt, all alone at the minute. McFadden sprinting up. 6v2, but support will come now for the Irish, and McCartney once again in a wide position. The Irish did well to clear there, and Ethan O'Brien will settle down for the Irish. Once again, those counter-attacking opportunities for Notre Dame. Jack Lynn does well to hold off that. Myers there sweeps up against Forbes. Hernandez with another great delivery in the box. Coach Bobby Muse will be much happier with these last 15 minutes from this Wake Forest team. Lynch clips it into Lynn. Runs in Meyer. Finds the feet of Jacobello. Gets it wide for McFadden. Notre Dame. Wide position, McFadden. Slips it off to Myers. Van delivers. That one's short. But it will go behind for a goal kick. And you see this intricate play from Notre Dame as well. Down this right-hand side as well. Content Myers tries to get forward at every single opportunity that he can.
I think that is key for Notre Dame. Can they get the wide backs into attack and allow some combination play down those in the wide areas?
Chance here for the Irish. Ethan O'Brien slips it to Lynn. Lynn blocked. It stays alive for the Irish. Falls to O'Brien. Does well to retain that. Wig staying compact here. Making it difficult for the Irish to play through the lines. Fan steps inside. That one is cleared, and the Wig line will step up. You can hear them urging their players to step up the field as well.
And Kyle Holcomb really on an island up top for Wake Forest. You see how many numbers Wake has committed behind the ball, really in 2 blocks of 5, not allowing Notre Dame to break them down. The flip side of that, though, is when they are in possession, not a ton of places to go with the ball and hard to come out of that shell. So for Bobby Muse, he'll be happy with how committed his team has been on the defensive side of the ball, but can they be a little bit better with the ball? Can they string some passes and start to come out of that shell and test this Notre Dame team going forward?
Absolutely, as you say, staying nice and compact, winning that ball, but the Irish looking to change things up here. Matthew Radavoisa and Michael Pellegrino coming on. Lynch and Jacobello will get a break for the Irish. Radavoisa straight in the action here. Wake will keep that one. Burns does well to win that one. Good strong challenge by the Northern Irishman. The ball over top to McFadden. Keeps that one alive. McFadden on the swivel. Does well to win a throw in for the Irish.
You see that one trickling out of bounds. It's hard to know, would the Irish rather a corner or another Mayer throw in?
You say it'll be a race Mayer throw in as well. Guess for this player it doesn't really make a difference whether it's with his foot or with his hands. But the Irish once again with a chance. Burns tries to get to that one, but the Irish will say pressed high up in the Wake defensive area. Escorbano there playing at right back. Went down earlier in this game, but looks to have recovered. Looking for options here to play out. Swallen will drop. Escorbano knocks it long. Burns wins the header. That'll be a Wake throw in. Wake Forest, as you said, Paddy, that goal coming against the run of play. Notre Dame once again not stopping with this pressure. Clear to see Coach Riley has demanded of his team that they have to come out and press early in this one. Jack Lynn there, pressing from the front. Brula has been having a lot of success out wide here. The switch of play finds him once again. Forbes against Myers once again on a 1v1. Myers, the senior, does well there, but it'll be another corner for Wake Forest. Wake Forest once again have this delivered by Jake Swallen, the redshirt sophomore from Shoreview, Minnesota. You can see the Irish half zonal, half man. It's cleared by Myers. McLaughlin does well to clean that one. Wake Forest leading the shot count so far in this game, 5-4. The Irish taking that early lead. Rula wins that one. Pellegrino with the pressure. Finds Townsend Mayer. McFadden. A nice spin on the ball there. Opens up the play. Finds Burns. Nice play there by McFadden. Does well to stretch that play and keep the ball in Irish possession. That little spin move there by Aidan McFadden.
Aidan McFadden with just a little bit of a cheeky spin here. Pulls the Maradona right in midfield and gets the best of Jose Kojima, but you're going to need more of that, more ball at the feet of Aidan McFadden. See if he can run at that Wake Forest back line if you're Chad Riley.
Absolutely, and I know if I was playing against Aidan McFadden, very dangerous player for this Irish team, very dynamic moving forward. Tying and assists in the ACC, fourth overall in the ACC, but showing his individual skill there.
I know if you were playing against Aidan McFadden, the next challenge would be a crunching one.
Absolutely, and as a center back, that's exactly what you want to win. All your challenges, all your headers. Paddy, I'm sure that you might have been somewhere close to Aidan McFadden, but could you have pulled that one off? Who knows? O'Brien, another player, has a lot of flair on the ball. See, for any young player watching the game as well, watch O'Brien's pivot inside, check over the shoulders, finds that gap in that 6th spot. Does well to drop in. Out of voice out. Knock it back to Albinati. Press here by Wing. Forces Notre Dame to push it back to the goalkeeper. Notre Dame with 6 clean sheets on the season. So deadly in that counter attack as well and in the transitional play. As we see a few changes for both sides here. Sears and Kojima will take a breather. Daniel Russo will replace Dawson Carney. Carney lit up the scene in the first few minutes of this game as well. Quiet in the last few, but Dan Russo, he scored that winner over Kentucky early in the season. Freshman forward.
And Russo will give the Irish a little bit of a different look here in the final 13 minutes going forward. Dawson McCartney, a guy who wants the ball at his feet, loves to run at players, whereas Russo a little bit more vertical and will look for the ball over the top. So see if he can stretch that Wake Forest back line and get it behind.
Absolutely, and the Irish once again in a great position. Michael Pellegrino winning that foil for the Irish. McFadden, again, as we talked about, his deliveries in the box have been exquisite all season long. Looking to put one on a plate here for the Irish. This per deliveries. Not beating the first man. Forbes unable to control that one.
Notre Dame a bit fortunate there that Forbes' first touch lets him down because that's a poor ball into the box there from Aidan McFadden and looked like the Deeks were on the counterattack.
Absolutely, you say there, you can see the frustration from McFadden, but he is a player who is riding high in confidence. Been drafted to the MLS with Atlanta United, but love to go out with big celebrations at Notre Dame in his final season here in South Bend. Swallen links up well there. Great tackle by Rhys Mayer. May have got hurt in the process, but doing his job as a center back. Maybe a little clash of the knees there. Rhys Mayer, 6'2" sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. Big time stop there. Burns, obstacle long with that one. And will stretch this Wake Forest team. put them on the back foot. Race is on here. Abdelnadi under pressure, and Holcomb. The battle of the threes out there. Reese Mayer does well to win that one. Holcomb slightly disappointed with that decision there. Abdelnadi caught on his toes. And again, Holcomb showing his pace in behind.
Well, Reese Mayer does so well coming in support for Mo Abdelnadi here. You see the ball over the top, and we touched on it in the open a little bit, but the physicality of Kyle Holcomb to get around Mo Abdelnadi. In the end, Reese Mayer coming over in support and able to touch that one off Holcomb. But that is where Holcomb is so dangerous, when the ball comes in and he's able to use that big frame of his in creating chances for himself.
Absolutely, and Coach Riley will be slightly disappointed if one ball from the center back beats his whole team and puts the Irish in a vulnerable position as we enter the last 10 minutes of what has been a cracking half of soccer. Forbes finds his way in between the lines, slips it to Holcomb, and Holcomb with a weak effort called offside, but Forbes once again cutting inside off that left flank, getting in between the lines.
In the earlier Holcomb chance and now this half chance, if you're Notre Dame, you have got to be cognizant of where he is on the field, because as well as Notre Dame has played in this first half, Wake Forest has shown time and again that they are capable of hitting on the counter, creating chances if you lull them to sleep. And so for Notre Dame, a little bit hard done in being tied in this game, but you have got to keep track of Kyle Holcomb, especially when you have so much of the ball.
Absolutely, you see Holcomb there cutting in on his right foot as well. The Irish will be looking to keep him on his left foot, as far away from goal as possible, and a poor connection there by Vincent Mayer. Holcomb, you see this hold-up play once again, does well. Drops that one off once again to Benalcazar. That one threaded through. Finds Oliver. Once again, finds Swallen. Fessler, one of those players just introduced into the game. Hernandez, the goal scorer, finds Rula. Wake Forest, the lion's share of possession in this last 15 minutes. Trying to find a way through the end of this first half. Great ball through there to Rula. Delivers that one. It drops short, and Michael Pellegrino cleans up for the Irish. Pellegrino not getting the start tonight, but a player, he has been a crucial part of this Irish squad all year long. Wake Forest once again down the side through Rula will have an opportunity. Hernandez delivers that one. The Irish looking for that ball behind the line. Swallen keep that one alive. Escribano and Oliver out that side. Swallen knocks it off. Fessler will link up out wide. Paddy once again, Notre Dame, you see them shifting across the lines here. Looking for an opportunity to nick that ball off the Wake Forest team.
Wake Forest getting in better pockets and better spaces in between the Notre Dame lines here in the last 5-10 minutes. You've seen through Ryan Fessler and really Chase Oliver, two substitutes brought into this game, have brought some to the game. They're finding the ball in dangerous spots and able to find those slips, just the one you're seeing now.
I'll say Abdelnadi done very well there. Cover against Holcomb as well. Does even better to win that free kick for the Irish. But as you say, those positions dropping in between the lines, starting to create those spaces for Holcomb to get in behind on those blindside runs.
And what it does is it allows Holcomb to stay high and stretch Notre Dame in a way that wasn't happening in the first 20-25 minutes. And so with Fessler being inserted in this game, he's serving that role that Kyle Holcomb was playing here in the first half of this half. And so Fessler able to get on the ball, able to try to find Holcomb a little higher on the field and see if he can run at those two Notre Dame center backs.
Absolutely. As we enter the last 6 minutes here, the Irish come coming out early in this first half. Momentum with the Demon Deacons in these last few exchanges. Rula once again has been flying up the wing for the Demon Deacons. Forbes links with Swollen. Swollen has been operating the strings and pulling the strings for this Wake Forest Demon Deacon squad in this first half. Threads that one through. Bit of a miscommunication there between the Wake forward line, but once again, Fessler playing in that number 10, dropping in. Notre Dame opting to go along with that one. Drops from the sky. Wake Forest recover once again. Holcomb steps it through for the Demon Deacons, but gets his feet mixed up, and the Irish let off once again. Holcomb, as you say, that strength and power coming through.
That's a peach of a turn there from Kyle Holcomb. Just absolutely takes it off the thigh on the spin, and ultimately it's hard done by his left foot with a bad touch. But starting to settle into this game is Kyle Holcomb, and it's very dangerous the last few minutes for the Demon Deacons.
Absolutely, a winner in that 1v1 situation as well. Think about Holcomb, you don't know if he's going inside, outside, in, behind. Real threat. Tripping up over his own feet there. Wake once again bring the changes. Sebastian Scribner coming on for this Wake Forest team. Damn does well there. Fadden links it up to Russo. Russo knocks that one behind. Lim will track it down. But composure there by Prince and Ponsa. Get that one back to McNally, but McNally pressured by Russo. The Irish once again looking to get things going here. That one is given away and Swollen in a 4v4 situation. Patient with that, bringing Forbes into the game there. Swollen all the time in the world there. Just get on the ball and play. As Benalcazar steps in from the back four to Hernandez. Irish just soaking up the pressure here. Coach Riley would be happy if Wake are going from side to side in this phase of play. That switch of play to Oliver stretches it out too long, but as you say, Oliver, one of those players who's come into the game and created opportunities for this Wake team.
He's been a real bright spot, not only tonight, but also in that 0-0 tie last week against NC State. Inserted into the game, brought something to the game, and an energy that we weren't seeing earlier on.
The Irish on the attack here. Bree McFadden delivers one in, but Rula will be the recipient of that. Knocks it long. Great hold-up play there by Scribner. The Irish once again not having members in the box to get on the end of that. Very different story in their last game out, playing against Calvin College. Outshooting the Knights 16-4, but the Irish here today struggle to get people on the end, and Rula once again down the side, and a dangerous ball in. McLaughlin will pick that one up, and the referee will call a halt to the game. A big blow there on McLaughlin. Dangerous ball in from Rula.
Again, that's a tough ball there from Rula. Does really well to put it in a dangerous spot. Coming out, making himself big, and a strong hold to that ball, taking the challenge.
Keeping McLaughlin playing that last game out against Calvin Knights. Here tonight has been strong when called upon. A big hit here and a bit of concern for Coach Chad Riley, one of the top keepers in the country. Take his time to come back to his feet here. Riley, just as you mentioned, this ACC conference here, Coach Chad Riley has embraced all season long as well. you look at their upcoming fixtures as well for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, with UNC next week and an away trip to Pitt and finishing out their regular season home to Virginia Tech. What do you see as the limit for Notre Dame this year in this tournament?
Well, I think you've seen a really positive first half, and if they come out and play the way they have in the opening 43 minutes, the sky's the limit for this team. Now, that being said, 3 teams you listed to finish the season, they're all in tremendous form, and those are going to be 3 really tough tests, which is what you're going to get night in, night out in the ACC. That's why we love to cover it. But Chad Riley's team has put in a really fantastic performance here in the first 43 minutes, and a lot to build on moving into the final 3 games of the regular season, and hopefully some NCAA tournament action.
Absolutely, and it's great to see Keegan Rockland back on his feet there. Hard hit, but as we enter the last 2 minutes of this half, both teams looking to maybe sneak one before the buzzer. Nati at the back for the Irish. Finds Burns. Burns clips that one to Lynn. Russo pick that one up. Lynn against Escribano. Lynn will recover. And Alcazar does well, but Lynn once again hustling and harrying that back line. Reese Mayer will have another throw in for the Irish. Irish once again in a dangerous position right before half. We've seen this all season long. Reese Mayer, the 6'2 defender, with an absolute rocket of a throw-in to Lynn, and Lynn finds it around the back. McFadden just inches from knocking that one home. Jack Lynn with the flick on once again, and in McFadden running back post.
And you see this so many times with that long throw. It's not going to be the first header that beats you. It's going to be that knockdown second ball. Unfortunately for Aiden McFadden, a few inches too short. But then again, we're seeing how dangerous that Reese Mayer long throw is.
Brula with some great cover in there, round the back post. McFadden just inches away. The clock ticks down here inside band. A real even matchup between these sides in the first half. And that will do it in the first half here inside band. And Paddy, a really tight ACC matchup tonight.
Well, I think both teams will feel good going into halftime. For Chad Riley's Notre Dame Irish team, coming out very strong, finding that early goal. But Bobby Muse's young Wake Forest team able to claw back, find a goal, and really build their way into this game. Should be a tremendous final 45 minutes in South Bend.
Absolutely, and 2 cracking goals they were as well. Dawson McCartney opening the score for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Mayer long through-ins all day long. Have been a real handful for this Wake backline. McCartney opened the scoring early in this game. The Wake Forest defense again responded through Hernandez. And at the end of the first period, it is 1-1 here inside Bend.
Tournament canceled.
Social suspended all in-person instruction on campus.
In our statement, we want to ensure that there were calls to action as to not just make it a static shirt, but make it a very active mission.
Women's basketball here. We're about to go do a walk for change.
We're not here to grieve their deaths, but to celebrate and honor their lives. The second reason we're here is to honor Juneteenth.
Change is happening in this country, but it can't happen if you don't keep using your voice. And you can use it in many ways. One is by ballot, right? Be an agent for change. That's my message to everybody.
The Fighting Irish Hockey Program has secured an official Notre Dame monogram jacket for Rudy. Additionally, Cam Burke is now presenting that check for over $25,000 to the Chapmans.
Congratulations, Muffet. We can't wait to see what you do next.
Lanielle has always been somebody very special to me. She has grown so much as a coach. She's going to be a great head coach.
One of the biggest moments of my career. So I love y'all. Thank you for being part of it. And you know that I love y'all more than
Love you.
Irish on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Season 132, and we're about to see something we've never seen before. Notre Dame in a conference game.
It is over, and the Irish have knocked off #1 Clemson.
McFadden here going low, runs through everybody and sends Notre Dame to the semifinals. Hayden McFadden, game winner.
A centering pass and Swigert scored. The Irish pull into Mariucci and pull off the upset. The #1 rated Golden Gophers fall on home ice for the first time this season.
To the voice of the Irish, Jack Nolans. He is calling his final game at Purcell Pavilion.
Jack Nolan is Notre Dame basketball. I will never see a three go in and not think, got it.
Here comes Cormac Ryan over the midcourt stripe. Back to Wirtz for three. Got it! The Irish win! The Irish win!
We become stronger and more united when we fight through adversity. It's what we do. That's why they call us the Fighting Irish.
And welcome back inside Alumni Stadium as Notre Dame and Wake Forest in a real tight matchup here. Drawn 1-1 at half. And Paddy, great performance by both these teams in the first half.
Well, it was Notre Dame. Initially, it came out as the aggressor. A little bit Wake Forest on the back foot. You see here Jack Lane getting behind a fantastic save by Coleman Alley, but this Reese Mayer throwing such a dangerous area, and that ball bouncing in the box. Dawson McCartney making no mistake, putting the Irish up 1-0 until this fantastic run by Jelani Ford. Gets to the box, Holcomb with a touch, and Omar Hernandez in the end getting on that ball, putting this game level. It really lit a fire under the Beaver Beacon. You see another chance there for Holcomb. And a really even game, 1-1 at the half, all to play in the second.
Absolutely, as you see the lights come on inside Alumni Stadium as well. These two teams, as you say, have been extremely tight. Nothing separating these two teams in terms of shots. But what stands out for you in that first half, Paddy?
Well, what stands out to me is the ability for Wake Forest to take an early punch and to really come back in this game, to find their footing, a really young team, and to not only get on the board, but start to play some better soccer. That being said, I think Notre Dame will feel hard done in being tied at the half. We'll see if they can come back with the same fire they started the first half in this second half.
Absolutely, you say there. Notre Dame and Wake Forest in a real tight matchup, and we've got a great second half coming back for you right here on the ACC Network. Wake Forest 1, Notre Dame 1. A look at the Notre Dame Fighting Irish getting ready for the second half. Through that man, Dawson McCartney opening the scoring in this one, but Wake Forest pulling it level. As we take a look at the ACC standings, Paddy, some really tight teams in this bunch right here.
And really all to play for us. 3 games of the year. You take a look there, and really both Notre Dame and Wake Forest able to win those divisions, play for a chance to face off against Clemson for that NCAA berth. Especially for Notre Dame and going to Carolina next week, and the ability with a win tonight and a win next week to top that Coastal. Really a lot to play for here in the second half for Chad Riley's men.
Absolutely. Notre Dame with that one loss in this spring season so far, coming against University of Virginia away in an overtime loss as well. So Notre Dame, this is their first goal they've conceded within 90 minutes of regulation time on the season so far in the spring. As you say, that big matchup against University of North Carolina Tar Heels next Saturday inside Alumni Stadium. We took a look there at Omar Hernandez. You see him in this South Bend chilly night as the sun sets, his second goal of the season, and not a bad finish either.
Well, and beyond the goal, this goal is fantastic. Made no mistake inside the 6-yard box. But one of the things that Bobby Muse did late in that half was he inserted some fresh legs and he pulled Omar Hernandez into more of a holding midfielder position. He was able to get on the ball, and Wake Forest was able to enjoy a little bit more possession going forward. So look for Omar Hernandez perhaps to start in that role here in the second half and really control the tempo of the game.
Absolutely, and a player who Coach Bobby Muse is very excited to have within his ranks as well. As we take a look at the series history between these two teams, Wake Forest currently leading the all-time series 4-6-2, but Notre Dame 1-0-1 while playing Wake Forest at home as well. Notre Dame winning that most recent matchup against the then ranked #2 Wake Forest in 2019. Patrick Coleman providing that goal for the Irish, but it's been McCartney tonight who has lit up this team for Coach Chad Riley. On the other side, Hernandez as you mentioned, one of those players who has been outstanding for this Wake team. Won the Gatorade National Player of the Year and two-time Georgia Gatorade Player of the Year in high school as well. He will go up against Paddy Burns in the second half, and McCartney and him down the same side as well. We've got a real battle coming up right here. And under the lights in South Bend, Wake Forest will get us underway. Wake Forest come on the attack early. Through Sears, he links it out wide. That ball delivered in the box. Burns deals with. Well read there by Escribano to Swallen. Albinati does well to step in front, and McCartney will come away for the Irish. Fadden trying to get in a rhythm here early, and that ball sent him behind for Jacobello. Jacobello chases it down, does well to keep that one in. But Wake will clear. Not far enough as O'Brien gets it once again. McFadden to Pellegrino, and Pellegrino starting the second half. Burns has to go back to Pellegrino. Turn there by McCartney as Burns for support. Burns delivers. Poor delivery there by Burns. Holcomb holds that up for Wake Forest. See this Wake team stretching this play to Rula, and Rula, who had been up and down all in that first half, looking for more of the same in this second half.
But if Wake's going to have success, those are the areas that's going to come in. If they can stretch Notre Dame wide, if they can get those wide backs into the attack and start to put some balls into the box for the likes of Kyle Holcomb.
So you say that Kyle Holcomb, player to watch of the game, who's been trying to find ways in behind this Irish back line. Irish keeping him off the scoreboard at the minute. Alcazar keeping the rhythm going in this one. Rilla drops it into Sears. Sears to Swallen. Swallen assesses his options. Threads that one through to Sears. To Holcomb. Once again, Forbes with the delivery right across the face of goal. And the Irish can breathe a sigh of relief just for a moment as the pressure applied once again. And the Irish will have a throw-in. Paddy once again, Forbes with another deadly delivery into the box, but that one sailing over all their heads. Lynn tried to keep that one in, but the Demon Deacons will recover and start this attack once again through Rula. Finds feet to Holcomb, but once again, the set back to his team, not good enough, and the Irish will have a throw. Swallen tries to get that one, but Pellegrino finds Burns. Paddy Burns, the freshman, looking to get forward at every opportunity. Pellegrino with a nice 1-2 of O'Brien. Finds McFadden, checks his shoulder. McFadden opts to go wide to his fellow senior, Townsend Meyer. Jacobello slips it back to McFadden, who advances. Ball into the box. Finds Dawson McCartney with a big-time save by McNally. The one-handed snatch there keeps McCartney from getting a brace. And McCartney once again trying to find a way through, but McNally with a huge stop.
Well, this is an extremely well-worked, really from 4 passes before that for the Fighting Irish, but yet again, Dawson McCartney in a fantastic position. That's a great snap header, but a better save from Cole McNally. Full stretch, one-handed, keeping this game level. early in the second half. Mark that down as a time note. That is an unbelievable save from the redshirt freshman Cole McNally.
Absolutely, and you could see that Escribano was caught on his toes there. McCartney first to react, but McNally covered for him there. Getting a clean sheet last game against NC State, but the Irish building momentum here. McCartney goes on the blind side. Will be called offside, but once again, McNally, redshirt freshman from Mount Airy, Maryland, pulling off a phenomenal save to keep Wake Forest level in this one.
Man, a fantastic sequence for Notre Dame. You won't see it in the highlight package, but putting together 8, 9, 10 passes, switching fields, well worked in midfield there from Ethan O'Brien and Michael Pellegrino to stretch it wide and then ultimately just to be denied on the doorstep from Cole McNally. But yet again, some fantastic back and forth saga here to start the second half.
Absolutely, Notre Dame letting the ball do this work early in this period, as you see McFadden and Pellegrino, that 1-2 switch of play. McCartney looking for his second career goal and second goal of the night for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. One of those players who, while it's Dartmouth, 8 goals and 14 assists to his name, and it was phenomenal for the Irish. And once again, Aidan McFadden with that hustle to get the Irish in a great position.
Well, and with the transfer in Dawson McCartney, you knew you were going to get quality, but it's really hard to know what's it going to be like, and you're getting your answer. He has stepped up to the challenge. He's making a name for himself in the ACC in this shortened season, and so fun to watch here tonight for the Fighting Irish.
Absolutely, and we saw this the other night. Very similar position from that corner flag against Calvin. Whipped it in for McFadden to score, and they'll be looking for a similar result here with this delivery. McCartney standing over. That one goes long, round the back. Abelnati will keep that one alive. Center back with some nice footwork there. Goes down under a challenge, but the referee says no doing. And Abelnati with a great recovery there. And you can tell both these teams really coming out with the intensity that they know this match is right there within their midst. And Ethan O'Brien, once again, showing his footwork, and the Irish right now seem like they have a real opportunity to carry with them this momentum. Burns tries to knock that one in behind. Cleared up by Wake. Rula, impressed by McFadden, gives that one away. Jacobello. Deflection will run Notre Dame's way. Reese Mayer knocks that one long. Unfortunate touch there by Jacobello. Good idea. Demon Deacons defending well at the minute. Rula with some nice play there. Keeps that one alive. And Wake can relax on it. That ball slipped down the line. Burns and Hernandez in a foot race. Burns does well there. Offloads it to Abelnati. The officials call it as a goal kick, and good cover there by Abelnati and Burns working together to keep Hernandez out. Well, Abelnati there, a sophomore who's got some big minutes for the Irish across both seasons. Represented the U19 Jordanian national team. Lachlan goes long, down McCartney's side as well. Burns and McCartney starting to find their rhythm with one another as well. See Abelnati there, taking a breather after that phase of play, but Benalcazar only finds McFadden with that. Ryan finds the gap to Pellegrino, and Pellegrino offloads it to Lynn, and Lynn with a step inside. Unfortunate there, good play there by the Wake center backs, and McCartney once again finds Lynn, or attempts to rather. Good idea from Fighting Irish talisman. Notre Dame forcing error. And they want to step up this intensity right here, right now. Ethan O'Brien on the ball. Lovely bit of skill there from O'Brien. Opts to go back to Reese Mayer, who came into this game in only the 3rd minute, but has done extremely well for this Irish defense. As Pellegrino clips that one out. Rula will clear that out. Covers that pass. McFadden clips it right the back to McCartney. McCartney with Burns in support. Will deliver first time. Sears will pick up the scraps for Wake Forest. Paddy, once again, if you're Coach Chad Riley, you will be very happy with this start to the second half.
I think you'll be happy. I don't know about very happy, because they really need to capitalize. You know, you look at the last 10 minutes since the second half has started, and Notre Dame putting Wake Forest on the back foot. If you learned anything in the first half, it's that Wake can strike at any moment. And so if you're this veteran Notre Dame team, can you convert this line share of possession into some quality chances and see if you can go up a goal and see this game out?
Absolutely, and as you say, Wake able to capitalize at any moment. As we see Escorbano there. Tried to get in behind this Irish defense. With this long ball, Laughlin will step his Irish team up. McCartney tries to keep that one alive, but straight pass there. Wake Forest will resume possession. Jima drops it back to Lynn. You see center forwards pressing the center backs. You see the 4 Notre Dame players there with that high press. Wake do extremely well there to work that out. Rula once again strives down the side. Great ball into the box, and Burns clear that one for the Irish. Once again, good cover there by Burns. McFadden does well to link with Lynn. Lynn, good strength to bring in Pellegrino. Pellegrino clips it out to McCartney. McCartney once again will go with Escorbano. Steps inside. Almost in cruise control there with the final pass by Escorbano. Choose the Irish. Tracking back here. Finds Swallen once again. Operating in this centerpiece for Wake Forest. Swallen to Kojima. Escorbano. Wake trying to be patient here. Find Rula. He gets it back from Forbes. Swallen. Has to go back. Gets it to return once again. Wake starting to progress. Alcazar on the ball, keeps it simple for Wake. Paddy, this defensive shape here from Notre Dame, very strong so far in the second half.
Well, I think the same can be said about both teams, really committed to the cause behind the ball, getting numbers and making it really difficult for their opponents to break them down through possession. You've seen most of the chances in this game coming off counterattacks and set pieces, so in the last half hour of this game, look for those to play a huge part.
Notre Dame looking to stay nice and compact here as Demon Deacons containing the Irish so far and looking to stretch down the field here as Sears steps in. Tries to play that one through, but Swallen will pick up the rebounds. That attempted ball in behind there, knocking behind for the Irish.
And it's been better from this Wake midfield here in the second half. See a poor ball there from Swallen, but it's been more than Swallen. Oscar Sears getting into the game a bit more lively here in the opening quarter hour for the second half for Wake Forest. So can they create a little bit more through midfield, finding the ball and creating chances in that Notre Dame defensive third?
Absolutely, and Swollen started all 9 fall season matches. 3 assists in that fall period. Looking to catalyze this Demon Deacons offense here. Escorbano has it. McCartney having to track back here. Coach Bobby Muse urging his players forward here. McFadden double teams it there with Dan Russo. It'll be an Irish ball. Russo, the freshman, he likes to get him behind the opposition. Lynn holds up well. Russo links with Lynn. McCartney once again sets to Burns. Burns rips that. Will follow up. The Irish stay on the press here. McCartney. Burns outside. Chooses that option and Burns delivers with the ball running the back to McFadden. Finds in Meyer. Not cleared by Wick. McFadden, time to take a touch. But Wake Forest will clear, and once again McCartney linking up with Burns. Once again the Irish trying to play through Dawson McCartney. Pellegrino gets on the ball, clips that one behind, but Wake Forest will be happy to relax once again. Now man right there, Nally pulling off a phenomenal save earlier in this half from Dawson McCartney. Notre Dame can chance after chance stretching it down the field here. So McFadden gets on the ball, delivers. Around the back, but once again, nobody in the box. Wake Forest on the counter attack. Pellegrino does well to cover. A few calls there from the Irish bench for that strong challenge. But Coach Chad Riley encouraging his team here to continue getting at this Wake Forest back line. You see there, Oliver waiting on the sidelines, and we talked a lot about him in the first half as well. As a player who can be a real threat for this Wake Forest team.
He's someone who brings energy to the game. He's certainly a tricky, speedy winger down that right-hand side, and someone in the first half who really was a bright spot for this Wake Forest team. Changes the game a little bit, has a little bit of that Justin McMaster, a former Wake Forest winger who turned pro this year with Minnesota. Some of those same qualities in his game, so really fun to watch and look for him to play a little bit more of a role here.
Absolutely, and Michael Lynch also coming on for the Irish. Lynch, one of those players, puts his body on the line for this Irish team, breaking up the play. Escorbano wants to go back to Benazar.
And it looks like Coach Bobby is electing to pull off Kojima, slide Omar Hernandez back into that center midfield position and let Chase Oliver run down this right-hand flank. Much of the same that we saw in the last portion of that first half.
Absolutely, and that frustration starting to come there on the Wake Forest bench. Coaches there not happy with that decision, but as you say, Omar Hernandez, a dangerous player when he gets on the ball, will look to create opportunities for this Demon Deacons team.
And I think you'll see Jake Swallen drop into a little bit more of a traditional 6 role, play just in front of the back four, and allow Omar Hernandez to play really box to box, not only on the defensive end, but can they get him in possession, moving into the attacking half and creating chances for the Deeks.
Reese Mayer sweeps that one up for the Irish. The pressure from Holcomb. It's been relatively quiet tonight for this Demon Deacon squad. A player who can strike at any given opportunity. Browns, who are 3-1-0 on the road this season. Looking to get a victory here in South Bend tonight, but the Irish are making that difficult. Looking for their own big-time result tonight as the Irish play that ball forward. McCartney not able to catch that one. Wig played center. McFadden does well, and you see how deep McFadden drops here to help his team out. Real big work ethic from the Pennsylvania native. Good play there by the Irish to stretch that one. Tim Meyer. Straight pass there. Wake once again will recover. Ponsa. Pressure from Lynn. Then we find Mike Lynch. Drives down the line against Roulat. Keeps that one alive. Nally clear that one up. Notre Dame trailing the all-time series against Wake Forest, 4-6-2. This one hangs right in the balance as both these teams continue in this very different season. Rula once again down the left finds Forbes in a 1v1 situation. Finds Tim Meyer. Does well to stand up there, but Wake Forest will have the throw-in. Sorry, you can see him stepping into the 6th role here. Finds feet. And the strike from the Demon Deacons. Holcomb with a dangerous threat once again. When Alcazar finds feet. McLaughlin is glad to see that one go past the post.
And it's well done from Nico Benalcazar. Stepping into midfield to not only win possession, but to find Kyle Holcomb in a really dangerous pocket of space there. He wasn't able to wrap that right foot around the ball, but a better sequence there for Wake Forest.
You see when Wake get in this final third as well. Intricate play that they have. Coach Bobby Muse, so adept at producing high-performing teams. Wake Forest back-to-back ACC champs in 2016 and 17. Looking to repeat that in this spring season. And Alcazar has his job to do here. Pressure from Jacobello gets the crowd fired up. Lynn in for the Irish. Shifts it to his right. Dan Russo almost with a pass back to the goalkeeper there. You can see the frustration on his face, but Lynn once again putting on a play for Russo.
It's fantastic work from Ben Jacobello. Put Nico Benalcazar under pressure, winning that ball back.
McFadden slips that one in for Russo. Once again, Wake Forest scramble for that ball. Come on the corner, Forbes brings it over half. The Irish, once again, this pressure that they're creating is giving them some real opportunities. McCartney going at this Wake backline once again. Steps inside. Good tackle there by Balthazar. As clean as they like. Pellegrino will cover. As we take another look here. Great work by Ben Jacobello.
Good patience here in the box from Jacqueline to just slip an easy ball across there for Daniel Russo, and that is a golden chance for the freshman, and he cannot catch that left foot, but wow, what an opportunity for the Irish goes awry.
Absolutely, and all credit to Ben Jacobello there. As we see Forbes on the floor. freshman from Claremont, Florida. Take a breather, cautionary measure. It's been lively, joined that left-hand side tonight. Some real great matchups against Townsend Mayer.
You see him getting just a little bit of electrolysis, maybe some crap. I'd like to see him reinserted into this game for Wake Forest.
Good battle there by Burns against Oliver. Keeps the Irish on the attack. Swollen will sweep that one up. Notre Dame again picking up the scraps here. Lynch does well to win a free kick. Lynch spreads it wide. Townsend Meyer. You see this space in the middle of the field as well. Great opportunities for the likes of Pellegrino to get on the ball. The Irish opt to go long. Comes to Lynn. Jack Lynn continues to press. Wins that one off Benalcazar. Support from Townsend Meyer. Back to Lynn. The ball in. McFadden's in the center. The glancing header is in. Aidan McFadden for the Fighting Irish. And the Notre Dame bench erupts. You can see what it means. Aidan McFadden.
A fantastic ball into the box from Townsend Meyer. Just allows Aidan McFadden to go up and get it. But what an just deft glancing header into that far post. Nothing Cole McNally can do. Fighting Irish up 2-1, 19 minutes to play.
Absolutely, Aidan McFadden with his 4th goal of the season. Continuing to show exactly why Atlanta United wanted this player so badly in the MLS Super Draft. 2-1 here inside Bend. 19 minutes left in the game. We have got a cracker inside Alumni Stadium.
He just doesn't try to do too much with that finish. He knows what he wants to do, get it back across the goal and just over the top of McNally. Fantastic header there from Zito.
Absolutely, and that blindside run by McFadden, cutting in from the left. As you say, that glancing header out of the reach of McNally. Not much that he could do with that one. The celebration says it all. Alcazar trying to get this Irish offense out of the way. Jacobello gives it to Escribano, who wins a free kick for Wake. Paddy, once again, Wake Forest Demon Deacons needing a response.
And it's time in the game where they're going to have to commit some more numbers forward. They're going to have to start to take some more chances and see if they can test that Notre Dame goal. Because as of now in the second half, Wake Forest really without a chance on Keegan McLaughlin's net.
Great position here. Swollen and Hernandez, the goal scorer for Wake. Pulling up the play here. Hernandez delivers. Great head away there by Albinati. Risso and Oliver in a tussle out that side. Risso will be glad to see that foul called on him. But when you have a coach, somebody like Bobby Muse at the helm of this Wake Forest program, he'll have been in this situation many a time before, and just telling his players to relax. There's still plenty of time left in this game, and just to continue to do what they have been doing all season long.
Oh, that's right, and Wake Forest has, if not one of the most talented rosters in college soccer. So a lot of individuals on the field capable of pulling off a moment of brilliance. That said, in the first 73 minutes of this game, we've seen a very organized Notre Dame team and have really limited the chances for Wake Forest. So really, Bobby Muse and his staff looking for a moment of magic here to level this game and see if they can send it to overtime.
Absolutely, Coach Bobby Muse still sat down there. Not rushing, not pacing up and down the sidelines. But we'll be looking for this Wake Forest team to continue to step up the intensity. And now you see the likes of Swollen dropping deep, looking to play forward. The opportunities, and Rula playing in a high position here. Finds the feet of Sears. Pellegrino picks up the scrape. And Lynn does well to hold that up. The switch out to Burns. Escribano. Paddy Burns drives forward for the Irish. Has no support, but did extremely well to keep that one alive for the Fighting Irish. You see this Irish press once again. The Demon Deacons opt to stretch it out. But great play there once again by Burns pressing forward. Wake Forest moving forward through Rula. That name was mentioned all night long, starting the attacks. Reese Mayer does his job and knocks that one behind for a corner. Hernandez needing that great delivery here for the Demon Deacons. Some big men in the box with the outswinger. Cleared by McFadden. And touched by Sears. We'll give it back to the Irish, but he does well. Make up for that. Rula. Inside to Fessler. Goes to Swallow. Oliver in a wide position here. Rula once again. Obstacle back to Fessler. Fessler lines up for the strike. Keegan McLaughlin lets that one run through. And the Wake Forest Demon Deacons with a chance opportunity that allows them to draw level.
And you see Fessler, listen, in another good spot and puts a good effort on frame, but that is a routine save for Keegan McLaughlin. He will be the first one to put his hand up, say that's on me, because that is unacceptable in an ACC matchup of this magnitude to let that one skip by. Nonetheless, 2-2, 15 minutes to play. Can't ask for really anything more in this matchup.
Wake Forest will feel very lucky there to draw level. McLaughlin, obvious frustration with that one, but he will need all the leadership that he has to continue to get back in this one. Fessler with his first goal of the season brings his level once again in South Bend. Irish continuing with this press in the second half, and Wake Forest with minimal opportunities in this second half, coming out here with some confidence after that goal. Paddy, obviously for the Irish, unexpected equalizer there. They'll need to get their head switched on once again and not let Wake into this one. Swallen gives that one away. Wake recover once again. Hernandez. Swallen picks it up. Switch out wide to Escribano. So 1v1 against Burns. Gets the better of Burns. He'll run it in. Albonati does well to clear that one. And the Irish knock it long. But Escribano showing that talent going that side.
Fantastic work there. Got down that right-hand side from Christian Escribano to get around Paddy Burns, and again knocking on that door for Wake Forest after the goal. Saw a similar story in the first half. They seem to be on the back foot, able to claw back, find a goal, and really lit a fire under this team. For Wake Forest, can they capitalize here in the last 13 minutes? You get another look here at that 1v1 matchup with Escribano and Paddy Burns getting down to that end line, looking for this ball inside.
Albonati did wear to clear that one for the Irish. They look to respond once again in a back and forth game we have had in these last few minutes. Aidan McFadden erupted Alumni Stadium with a glancing header. But Fessler with the chance opportunity draw Wake Forest level. Pellegrino and Lynch will take a breather. Radevoisa and O'Brien back again for the Irish. You're starting to see some of these tired legs coming through. It's been a very intense game. Both coaches making very tactical switches at this current stage. Notre Dame will win that free kick in a dangerous position. The referee pulls out the card for that one. Jima, GPS system falling out, but
this is good work down that right-hand side from Pellegrino. Kojima just gets the tackle timed a little bit wrong, but the story here is a fantastic spot for the left foot of Dawson McCartney. He'll look to whip in a ball just in front of the keeper, let it skip. If Notre Dame can get a nick on it, put it in, but if nobody touches it, make sure it's on frame, and can you test Cole McNally here in the waning moments?
Absolutely, and McNally was called into action earlier in this half with that save from McCartney. Clawed out, that could be a real game maker. McCartney once again, his left foot, as you talk about, so deadly from set pieces to deliver for the Irish. Wind the back, McNally out. And Reese Mayer there with an opportunity to put that one back on frame. That one goes past the post.
This is another golden opportunity for Notre Dame. You see maybe the first mistake of the night that we've seen from Cole McNally, coming for that ball and not getting it. But Reese Mayer, that is a golden chance at the back post. Just can't quite nod that one back on frame and put the Irish up.
Absolutely, Paddy, and as you had talked about as well, Coach Chad Riley wanting his team to take their opportunities as they come. Similar pattern in that last game for the Irish. Burns to Albonati. That ball in behind. Tries to find McFadden. Swollen. Get that in the middle. Good hold up play there. O'Brien concedes a foul. Both teams looking to find a way through here. If you're just joining us in these last 10 minutes, Notre Dame have taken the lead twice. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons have responded both times in timely fashion. Ponza advances it forward. Swallen assessing his options. Finds Kojima. Great threaded pass to Oliver. Gets Escribano involved in the attack. Double team on him. Forces him to find Oliver. Step inside by Escribano. And Oliver rolls it in the back of the net, but the offside flag is raised. Wake Forest looking very deadly through Escribano and Oliver.
And Escribano with a fantastic first touch, cutting inside with that right foot, slipping Oliver, and he was not offside by more than inches. It's a fantastic build-up from Wake Forest to get another look here.
You say that play inside there.
That first touch from Christian Escribano is first class, and unfortunately just a hair offside, but looking for that winner are the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Absolutely, as you say, very tight offside call. Swallen gives that one away, mistaken identity there. The referee was playing for a second, but Holcomb in a dangerous position once again. Albonati opts to go tight. That ball runs through to the other side to Rula. Oliver picks it up once again. Swallen and Kojima anchor in that midfield for this Wake Forest side. Alcazar finds Rula. It's in these moments, lapses of concentration can make all the difference. Wake Forest in their last game out against NC State, drawing in overtime after the 2 periods, 0-0, and the Irish earlier in the season playing against Virginia going to overtime as well. Both these teams have experience, but Burns does extremely well there to get it off Oliver. And he sets McCartney down the channel. Dawson McCartney pushing in towards the 18. The ball across the box. Fair play there, says the referee, Radovoisa. Purple into Lynn. Kojima comes away for the Demon Deacons. The crowd here in South Bend tries to get their team going. Burns with a great tackle there on Oliver. Slim McCartney. It's Wake Forest trying to repeat some of their ball down the channel. That one will run behind for a McLaughlin Cole kick. Paddy with 7.5 left in regulation time. Coach Riley and his team, his coaching staff, what are they saying to the players?
I think it's more of the same. I mean, it's in stuff right now. Both teams really throwing haymakers and trying to go for the win. I think if you're Notre Dame, you gotta spray balls into wide areas. You have got to continue to go to guys like Dawson McCartney, to Aiden McFadden, who have shown time and again, not only in this game but throughout their careers, that they're capable of making magic happen. And so, if you're Chad Riley, get the ball wide and get into the box.
A lot of opportunities come for the Irish down those sides, but it is Wake Forest who put themselves in a great position. Swollen to take this corner for Demon Deacons as we see Forbes stepping back onto the field and off with a slight knock earlier in this game. Demon Deacons, 6:30 left in this one, looking to pull ahead for the first time in this game. Swollen delivers. Big header there by Albinati. Wake Forest had 2 men running back and he won that header. Escribano delivers. Holcomb back across. Albinati. Radovoisa. Pellegrino with a great hold-up play there to set the Irish free once again. It's a 44-foot race here. And that pull down there by Benalcazar. That's a street foul right there to prevent the Irish from progressing forward quick.
Yeah, and a smart foul there from Nico Benalcazar. Take the yellow card, professional foul. Allow the Deeks to get behind the ball to set up and really to stop an Irish attack that looked really promising.
Absolutely, and Pellegrino has just come back on the field once again. Benalcazar knew exactly what he was doing there. It's that man once again, Dawson McCartney, standing over the ball. Continues to produce for this Irish team. Keep an eye on McFadden. They have linked up all season long from similar opportunities. Martin delivers. Ali gathers that one. As we see Reese Mayer helping back up to his feet. McNally in no rush here. Both teams applying a lot of pressure here these last few minutes. See some tired bodies out there, but both teams will have to stay switched on. The likes of Lynn and Holcomb leading both of their respective lines. Watford does well with the pressure there. Option up that one long. Escribano, as we've seen all night long, has been attacking down this right-hand side. For options. Up to Fessler, the second goal scorer. Ponsa to Rollo. Steps inside. Ball to Holcomb. Able to control that one, but Kojima picks it up. Knocks that one long to Oliver. to see that one behind. McLaughlin taking his time with this one. Notre Dame with 6 shots on goal in this game, 10 shots overall. McLaughlin, ball straight out of bounds. McLaughlin having 8 clean sheets in 15 games, but Demon Deacons going to really throw out on the offensive side of things tonight. And Pellegrino does extremely well to keep that one in. Some fancy footwork there. Demon Deacons relax it once again. Alcazar stepping into that middle zone. Ball from Swallow. Finds Holcomb. Sends it back. Oliver on the ball. Notre Dame will be content to see Wake Forest continue to go side to side in these last few minutes. Oliver, dangerous player on the ball. Steps inside, finding Kojima. Swallowing. Start it once again. Finds Holcomb. Holcomb sets it to roll up. Swallowing. Swallowing with the switch. Asking a lot of Escorbano, but will keep that one alive. Burns against Escorbano. Has to go back. Kojima. Kojima with the thread of the ball through. Forbes once again against Mayer. And the strike is held by Keegan McLaughlin. Keegan McLaughlin will be very glad to see that one in his class.
Nice, well done, cutting inside here, Chase Oliver, and continue to ask questions of Keegan McLaughlin. After giving up a little bit of a soft goal, it's good for the senior to get a save under his belt, especially if this game going into a golden goal overtime. Build that confidence back up and get back on the horse.
As you say, approaching the final 2 minutes of regulation time as well. Both teams poised at any moment to strike. Professor knocks that one in behind, and a poor delivery by Forbes. His teammates won't be too happy about that end product. The Irish will take their time. Keegan McLaughlin, who took that big hit in the first half, sell his Notre Dame Fighting Irish team down as we enter the final phases of this game. Here, Let's Go Irish ring around Alumni Stadium. As the crowd trying to urge this Fighting Irish team on, but Forbes is in behind. And the strike from Forbes goes across, and Wake Forest Demon Deacons will take the lead in this one. The ball around the back. And it's that man, Holcomb. He said he's dangerous at any point. He knocks that one home.
Yet again, it's Jelani Forbes getting down that left-hand side, putting the ball into the box that asks questions. Keegan McLaughlin and Moab Nadi, you see it coming across, and who else? Kyle Holcomb has had an off night, yet gets in those fantastic spots in and around the box, and that's just a simple tap-in at the end to put Wake Forest up 3-2 with just over a minute left.
Kyle Holcomb with his 6th goal this season, and probably one of the easiest goals that he will have in his career, has put Wake Forest ahead right in the final few phases of this game. And Ethan O'Brien will try and stretch this one long for the Irish. Wake Forest now putting their bodies on the line. Reese Mayer, as we mentioned, his absolute weapon of a throw-in, will put pressure on this Demon Deacons back line. Opts to go for Townsend Mayer. Delivers for the Irish. Bonza clears that one. 45 seconds left. There's only one direction this ball is going, and that is in the 18-yard box. superb delivery, but the Irish will have one singular opportunity left. Dawson McCartney needs the delivery of his life here. 20 seconds left in this one. Keegan McLaughlin will step up for the Irish. The delivery from McCartney is headed in. A goal kick for the Demon Deacons.
10, 9,
will take this one home for Wake Forest. And a snatch and grab victory for Wake Forest brings them to 10-2-1 on the season. And Paddy, Wake Forest extremely happy